Hey there! When have I told you that the feeling of being watched in a dark room might not be a ghost at all, but a sound you can't even hear? Welcome to Paranormal Dudes. Tonight, we're tuning into something beyond the edge of human hearing, something Buddy specializes in, like a dog. A frequency so low it shakes not just walls, but the mind itself. It's called Infrasound, also known as ghost frequency. Let's figure it out. Let's get into the discussions. Let's get into it. What is up, dudes? Welcome to the Paranormal Dudes podcast, episode 74. We are back at it again. It's been a week since I've had my pizza, and we're going to call it pizza escapades. It's all over. I don't know if anything else is going on in my house, but before we continue any further, I forgot. Right down the hatch for Jesse.
Oh. Couldn't you have just gotten me something else, like a vase of flowers that I can throw in the trash?
Wait, what did you say in the beginning? I couldn't hear you.
Which part?
I don't know. You said something and I couldn't hear you.
You're such an asshole.
No, just talking about the pizza. The pizza stuff.
Huh?
It's gone. The pizza. Shut the motherfucker. The pizza stuff is gone. And before we get into our topic tonight, Oscar is in Mexico. He's going to have a hard time talking, but we'll just laugh at him at his frozen face as we go along. Has anything happened to anybody, especially Oscar? Now you're out in Mexico. You know, a lot of spooky stuff happens in Mexico.
He's like animatronic. Can somebody wind him up, please?
Okay, so a couple things did actually happen. It actually happened to Liz. We were in like cenotes, like we were in caves, and she kept saying like, "Oh, did you pull my shirt? Did you pull my shorts and this and that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "No, it was like a really hard pull," and I'm just like, "No, dude, I literally didn't. Like, I'm trying to stand on the freaking rocks here."
Oh my!
And yeah.
She's in the background. That's not what I said.
She remembered.
That's not what I said. That's hilarious. She's gonna come over here. Give me the microphone. Give me the headset.
You're just gonna see like a pot hit his head, like
yeah, bang.
A pillow.
What about? Okay, I kind of heard what he said. Something about a cave of wonders.
They weren't in a cenote.
There was
they
a
were
magic
walking,
carpet in there, and
then they were walking on rocks, and then she felt something tug her shirt, and it wasn't him. And he's like, "I'm just trying to not fall off the rock."
He's like, "I'm tugging myself. I'm not tugging you."
Wrong tugger.
Wrong tugger. What about you, bud? Anything goofy or anything like that happened to you, Mister? I know, buddy.
No, after that,
it should be a rap song. Someone's gonna make that a meme.
I know, buddy.
No, I haven't anything going on my side.
Oh, okay, that's new. It's That's interesting within itself because usually something's going on with you. Maybe it's not paranormal. Maybe okay. That's breath of fresh air. Glad to hear it, buddy.
That's interesting.
Usually you're possessed by the time we film. So
they're just like close up on the vomit, please.
Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna edit this part out. Nothing like usually I only like my buddies possessed. What about you, Jess? Anything crazy?
Not really.
Right?
Nothing out of the
feels
norm.
like for me it was like the pizza thing happened and a lot of crazy shit happened and it was just like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to come back here. So I haven't experienced anything else outside of that, but I full on expect more stuff to happen in the oncoming weeks.
Yeah.
Because of Thanksgiving itself.
There was a guy washing his clothes at the laundromat that
okay.
That nobody else could see but me.
But you. Okay. That's fair. What kind of detergent did he use?
You know what? I didn't notice. He was just sitting there with his legs crossed, but he was reading a very old paper.
His legs crossed? Like just sitting on a bench?
He was sitting on the chairs and his legs were crossed and he was reading a newspaper and he was dressed kind of like 70s. So, I mean, it could have been a hipster or a ghost. I'm just kidding.
It could have... I'm trying to translate for Oscar because Oscar's got he's using the best internet in the world. It says for reals glad. I'll translate for Oscar the rest of the episode. He said, "For reals glad nothing paranormal going on with Buddy. Did he use a stain booster? Your ghost, the guy."
Oh God, you're reading his comments. That's hilarious.
Yeah. This internet is buns.
I feel like you'd have to use his voice more though. Like you're not.
I don't sound like him at all.
So you have to try. You have to be like, this internet is buns. You know, he talks like.
Oh yeah.
Buns, bro.
A little bit gooey, ooey sensation.
There you go. That sounds like him a little bit. Okay. I'll take that. Nothing crazy going on.
No.
I actually also Kylie did respond to us about her mother. I asked her, she was expecting her mom to leave a comment or something of that along those lines, but she didn't.
Okay.
Gina, is it Gina? I don't remember. Is it Gina? Oh wait, and here's the cool thing. Okay, Kylie actually left us. Kylie actually left us a video on Instagram. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that?
A ver.
Okay.
So I thought my mom would put this in the email, but I guess she didn't. Basically, like in all of the other pictures, me and my sister Melody, the one that was on the far left, like our faces were really clear, but in a majority of them, Brookie's face was really blurry. And we thought maybe there was something going on with that. And then also when we got back from that trip and from the Zach Bagans Museum, my sister got really sick. And she's had like a whole bunch of like sinus problems since then. So my mom thinks maybe something happened there.
But Jesse, you actually said something about the blurriness with the sister, remember, on the pictures? A few of the pictures had like blur. If you don't know what we're talking about and you're watching this episode, go back to the last one when we go through our viewer submission. There was a picture of Kylie, who you just saw. There's pictures of her and her sisters along with a possessed rapper named Cool John, or what was his name? Something like that.
And we don't know who he is. We don't want to fuse into this.
I don't know. And so Brooke, which is Kylie's sister, was blurry most of the pictures, but Buddy did witness like a shadowy white figure behind Brooke that wasn't in all of the pictures. So it makes sense that something was wrong, something happened to her. And because we did see that, you know, there was a lot of blurriness around her, and like in the picture, she looked uneasy and didn't want to get close to Cool John, or, you know, Coolio, whatever his name was. And
God.
yeah, we appreciate it with the follow up video, Kylie, to give us a little more context on what happened. And I hope Brooke's feeling better. That sucks. I mean, we experienced something similar when we had Creepy Crawly Co. up on the podcast, and the days that followed, we all got kind of sick, except for Jesse. Yeah, we all got sick, and all of us were out of it, and kind of, I don't know. It was very interesting. Yeah, we were in a funk. Even when
Oscar got a flat tire. Remember, he went through all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember. It was very strange. And Nick from Creepy Crawly Co., he actually messaged us on Instagram. He actually found the item that we were trying to see during the podcast. I don't know what happened to it, or no, I don't know where he found it. I forgot what he said, but they ended up finding it, and he shared a picture of it. If you guys want to take a look at it.
No, thank you.
Buddy,
don't show it.
That's just one person. Buddy, do you want to see it?
Of course he does.
Do.
Okay. Oscar, you're going to be the tiebreaker. Do you want to see it?
I mean, I'll just look away if you want to show it.
Oscar said, all late, I got a flat tire. He just...
Maybe he meant right now.
There's the item.
Okay. It is freaky looking.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't want to look at it anymore. But yeah, Nick, if you're watching, thanks for following up with that, and thanks for sending me that creepy ass little thing that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Oscar left.
Oh, we lost.
To take care of his flat tire.
Okay. Without further ado, you clicked on this video because either, I don't know, you want to hear some dumb things from some dumb people, or dumb me. They're not dumb. I'm dumb.
Yeah, let's just clarify that. Thank you.
Let's clarify that.
Let's state the obvious.
Or you're interested in our topic tonight. And we have the butteriest, butterest voice spinning the, and he's gone too. Looks like it's just us.
You have the non-butteriest voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is.
Back.
He went for the butter. Here.
Okay. Without further ado, Buddy is going to take us down. Actually, Buddy's been wanting to talk about this for quite some time. Frequencies. He's a big frequency nerd. I didn't even know that till we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Take it away.
All right. I'm not a frequency nerd. We learned this kind of stuff in school. they're more like his theories.
Playing frequencies around you.
He's a frequency nerd. Don't
when
listen.
You're disagreeing with him, he'll play a frequency and you start agreeing with him.
I know, huh?
Well, little do you guys know, I've been playing 19 hertz this whole time.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to hold down the fort. I'll still put Oscar on the thumbnail. He'll still appear and he'll come out like I can't wait to see the rendered file where he's like.
Can't we just like Photoshop him in a square?
Well, I'll just Photoshop his face in a square.
Yeah.
And do that live picture app where he's just like
just fucking blinking the whole time.
That's fucking demented, okay? Whoever
Yeah, you know what?
is
I'm gonna put his face into like an AI, video. It's just a loop of.
What is it, like a fucking dinosaur
From Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Hey, that's gonna be Oscar. I apologize, Oscar, but that's what you get for having shitty internet. You're gonna become a meme.
Bueno.
I love it. I can't wait to watch Thursday's show at 9:00 in the morning, California time. Be there or be square.
Or be square.
So are we gonna play this episode on a certain frequency or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be like this.
In the background.
That's it.
You're like, that's what it sounds like.
I would say we should, but going on with this frequency and going on with this segment here, I actually did experiment when we started talking about doing this, and I believe the frequency I was listening to was 328 hertz, and apparently that one, when you play it at night while you're sleeping, you will dream more, and that's where I had this dream that I talked about where we were all together, and then Oscar was like, "Oh yeah, we met up there." And so
you made out there?
No, we met up there.
Oh, not
so what we're
bad.
talking about today is
not backing it up.
It's infrasound, which is refers to sound waves below 20 hertz, which is too low for our ears to detect, but not too low for our bodies to feel.
Oh.
These waves can cause subtle vibrations in the eyes, chest, and even internal organs. The famous frequency linked to the paranormal activity is 19 hertz, right at the edge of perception.
Ooh.
At this level, people report anxiety, chills, dread, and the unmistakable feeling that something in the room is with them.
So do they put these like vibrations in movies, like scary movies and stuff, and people don't even know, or what?
Actually, it's very possible they do, because in the music program that I was in college, we talked a lot about these frequencies that you play in music, and part of this music, or part of this class, was teaching us how certain music from certain movies or certain styles of music you play, you want to reach a certain frequency. If you know music, you have your minor and your major chords. So your major chords will play a certain frequency that's more bright, makes you feel more upbeat, where your minor chords make you feel down and blue. And it all has to do with the frequencies that go through this sound. So it is very possible that there is movies or shows or anything that are playing these frequencies in the background. And since they're so low, we can't hear them, but our bodies can feel them. So that is a possibility.
That why?
It's like Reiki, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Like vibration healing thing. Where you're like
something like that.
Reiki. Yeah. So is that why Deftones makes a bunch of women horny? Is it something have to do with frequency?
Why you have to say Deftones? Why? Why couldn't you pick something else?
Jesse. Hold on. Okay. You're telling me.
Do you tell me D'Angelo doesn't make women horny?
Who?
D'Angelo. Music.
No, not really.
Pony.
Yes. That one does? That gets you going? Pony? Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You heard it first, Paranormal Dudes.
You
want to get Jesse, go just play
episode,
Pony.
Your favorite episode with that song at the
beginning. Pony. Okay.
You just want to mention Deftones. That's the point.
Possibly. I mean, you could say that. I mean, Deftones, I'm trying to think of their music right now, but I think they do use a pretty heavy bass, don't they? Pretty heavy bass end.
Heavy bass, and they use a lot of minor chords in their music, which brings a melancholy feel, but at the same time, like sexual undertones. It's weird. And Jesse's already rolling her eyes, even though Jesse's going to pretend like she wasn't into Chino when we were younger.
I'm not saying I'm not in or I'm not liking. I'm just saying that I think that there's a lot of music with frequency that will get a woman going. But you just wanted to mention Deftones. And I think, it also works on men, apparently, as well as women.
I guess so. I just listen to Change and I just get naked for no reason.
You end up naked in front of a beer.
Sally walks in. What are you doing? Listening to Deftones.
I just saw something black pass behind you, Sergio. That's why I was like, holy crap. So crazy. It was just like a black shadow that went towards your Pokemon.
This way?
Yes.
Hi. Okay.
Hi, cállate.
Go away. I'm busy.
Yes, ándale. Tell it to go away. Anyways.
Okay.
Maybe it likes Deftones. I don't know.
Maybe it was like, oh, Deftones?
Okay, it's like naked. But
no.
Like,
Deftones naked? Maybe I got past the first segment yet.
But he's gonna put a frequency to shut us the fuck up right now.
I know. He's Googling it right now. How do I shut Sergio up? What frequency?
Oh God, it does not exist.
We never studied those frequencies, so I need to start listening to Deftones again.
You should, man. Buddy's gonna he's gonna message us on our chat. I don't know how this happened. I'm naked in my wheelchair though. What were you doing before that? I was listening to Digital Bath by Deftones.
The neighbors played Deftones and Buddy starts getting naked in his house.
Hey, honey, what are you doing? Just listening to Deftones. Naked.
Don't worry. Sergio said it was all possible.
Sorry, buddy. Continue, please.
I'll refrain from any stupidness.
Forget about Sergio's comments. Just you do. Go ahead.
You do you, boo boo.
I can't. These comments are now stuck in me.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
The analytics show that people like my stupid, gross jokes.
Are you
okay?
sure that's how you broke your tooth, buddy?
You're right.
I was listening to Deftones.
You're right. It was Deftones.
Oh my God. Okay.
So let's move on.
You
know what? This Deftones derailment right now is gonna be a great short for social media. I'm just saying that. It's gonna be great.
I want to say this whole episode you should just play Deftones in the background very lightly.
Yeah,
Watch the analytics go through the roof.
I know. These guys like Deftones. Okay, that's enough. I'll let Buddy continue.
Yeah, he's gonna keep fangirling. Let's just move on.
Jesse's right. Let's continue.
All right. So this next one is the Ghost in the Laboratory.
Ooh.
And this is in the 1990s. A British engineer, Vic Tandy, worked at a medical equipment company. One night while working late, he suddenly felt uneasy, a creeping sense of being watched. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw a grayish figure. He spun around and it vanished. The next day, as Tandy worked near his fencing foil, he noticed the blade vibrating on its own, even though the air was perfectly still. After some investigation, he discovered the ventilation fan in the lab was emitting a 19 hertz frequency.
Oh, no.
Once it was turned off, the ghost was gone. He realized at this point the low sound waves were resonating with his eyeballs, causing visual distortions, literal shadow of sounds. This experiment became one of the most famous explanations for hauntings in modern parapsychology.
Interesting. I wonder if, because this one describes that it's a grayish ghost. Usually it's like a dark figure or a lady in white. It's always, yeah. But this one's grayish. I wonder if it correlates anything to do with the frequency. Like, do certain frequencies,
like certain colors with certain frequencies?
yeah, or I mean, not necessarily just colors, but types of entities or ghosts or apparitions. Like, there's
I
certain.
mean, I could see how that would make sense because
In my mind, it would, right?
yeah, because as it's like, I'm assuming as it's vibrating, it's like opening different portals or different, levels.
Yeah, the way
Yeah,
I'm kind of reading this is, like I'm thinking in the reference of like light and colors, everything it comes in a wave, light and colors. And
Mhm.
if you add a different frequency where now your eye is going the opposite way because of the frequency, it distorts and makes like that gray, blurry look to your side of your face, like on your peripherals.
True.
Okay. Interesting because I don't know, the whole frequency thing, I've always wondered about it or thought of it, and obviously it plays into a lot of the ghost hunting gear as well, like, ghost boxes or the EMF reader, and I'm sure that's a huge component of these devices. But now it leads me to believe media itself, like music, movies, how often, based on the frequencies that they're outputting, could that create some level of paranormal activity around the listener or the viewer, not so much the person that created it, but the person that's experiencing this media? Do you guys ever think that?
Well, I would say yeah, because that's how I feel like maybe that's why you kind of get like it's part of like let's say you're watching a scary movie and it's part of I feel like the suspense of not knowing what's going to happen, but also like maybe they have some type of vibration and that's why you kind of feel that
Yeah,
sense of something's there or something that happened or something's with you or whatever.
right.
And I mean, that could also be a very big possibility because I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but I feel when I'm watching a scary movie at home, it doesn't have the same effect as if I'm watching it at a theater, which
Right.
has a bigger
Right.
sound system, more of that frequency can be blasted into the theater. And
Yes.
since it's
Yeah,
so low,
because
we
you'll
can't
feel
hear
it.
it, but feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, yeah. I see that as well. I mean, even at a movie theater with all the frequencies and energies that are going on, there was one time when I was a little kid where I forgot what movie it was. We were at the Crest Theater. I think it was, if you don't know what the Crest Theater is, it looked like an opera house.
Mhm.
And it was in El Centro, California. Looked very cool, but also very scary because of the vintage look that it had. I think we were watching Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal Kombat that they made. And amidst, because there's a lot of music going on in that movie, amidst the music and all the action, I looked to my left and, I just figured, someone else was watching the movie. There wasn't a lot of people in the movie theater. As a matter of fact, it was me, my brother, Danny, my dad, and Danny Romero was in there with his brother. And Danny Romero is just someone we know. And I don't remember anybody else entering into uh, the theater, but I saw someone to my left off to the side while all of this is going on. And that stayed in my mind that the person was over there. And I don't know, when you're a kid, when there's more people around, you don't feel as scared for some fucking reason.
Mhm. Yeah.
But when, you're alone, it's a little scarier. And now as an adult, if you're in a movie theater by yourself, it feels more cozy than when there's people in there. It's weird. Um, but anyway, the movie finished and that person was no longer there. I wonder if frequencies played a factor in it, or because the Crest Theater was
Already
It was
haunted?
known to be haunted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could see that about the Crest Theater. I mean, it was in the old part of town. And I mean, how much have we talked about, like, Central, about all the stuff downtown, that there's just crazy stuff that goes on there all the time.
Yeah. A lot of crazy shit happens there. It's true.
Yeah. And actually those movies in the 90s played a lot. That's what we studied a lot, was the 80s and 90s movies. They used a lot of their in order to set the tone of the scene, they used a lot of music and a lot of that frequency work to build up your anticipation or your fear or your excitement.
Right.
I mean, one of the best ones is Jurassic Park. Just the intro to Jurassic Park, that song builds you up into knowing I'm about to see something huge. And so it was one of those things that we studied into. And yeah, I could see where frequencies could have played a part in you seeing something. And to top it off, it was very active in that area anyway.
Yeah, true. Nice little tie. We always try to tie in our home county.
Because it's freaking haunted.
Episode.
Every part is like freaking haunted, I
Hella
swear.
haunted. If you want to learn more about the Imperial Valley, go check out our Calexico video. It's not the entire Imperial Valley, but it's where we grew up in Calexico. It's up here. Yeah, in this corner. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, so we're going to move along with Tandy still here. And this is the haunted cellar in Coventry.
Coventry. Oh, okay.
Oh.
So Tandy didn't stop at his lab. He decided to test his ghost frequency in a reputedly haunted cellar at Coventry University.
Of course he did.
When researchers measured the environment, guess what they found?
What did they find?
Yep. Infrasound, generated naturally by underground tunnels and the hum of nearby machinery. Visitors consistently reported chills, sadness, and even shadowy movements, all tied to the same 19 hertz resonance. It's as if the building itself was whispering fear into their bodies.
Okay. This guy was just experimenting everywhere with the 19 hertz. Okay. But is it okay? This is my question to you, buddy, and this is kind of, I guess, posing this question is a good reference for anybody watching or listening, and they're not familiar with frequencies or hertz or anything like that. So when you're listening to this stuff, the frequencies you listen to amplify your dreams, is it like white noise? Is it a hum? What is it that you're listening to exactly?
The one I listened to was like Tibetan gongs. So they're tuned to reach that frequency that'll give you the dream state where your mind starts working a lot while you're sleeping. So usually it's accompanied with like a very peaceful, like meditation style music.
Right.
And repeatedly they hit the gong and it just gives off a certain frequency. So kind of like through the whole time you hear this kind of like a long hum, kind of like a
I see. Okay.
You know, so that frequency is actually a frequency attainable by humans, which monks, not Tibetan monks, but we always think about monks, in the mountains, the Kung Fu monks. When they go into meditation, they always sit down and they put their hands up and they hum.
Right.
And what they're attempting to do is reach this certain frequency that's going to stimulate their mind so they can have visions. So that's what you're going to hear when you're listening to these, is you're going to have, like I say, a peaceful like meditations music going on. And some of them will have like running water. Some of them will have like animal sounds playing also. But you're always going to hear that one frequency that kind of
hum
overtones. Yeah, it overtones everything. Yeah. And it just, it's longer and louder than everything else. And that's what you're going to fall asleep and dream to.
So if you fall asleep with 19 hertz, I wonder what happens. Like, do you get sad and shadow figures start appearing everywhere?
And then you fall
I
asleep.
wonder.
Well, first of all, you won't hear 19 hertz. I don't think the human ear can hear below 125 hertz. I believe it's like the lowest registered. I might be wrong on that. It might be a little higher, but 19 hertz. If you were able to find, a home speaker, a subwoofer, like your big bass woofers, it would probably have to be something that's like in the 24 to 26 inch range. It'd be a huge speaker, and it would be moving so much that it would actually just be vibrating. If you touched it, you wouldn't actually hear it. Sitting around it, you would feel it inside of your chest. You'd feel it, in the hollow cavities of your body,
Interesting.
but you wouldn't be able to hear it. So if you were able to fall asleep with that, I would imagine more than dreaming, you'd probably feel a mix of emotions because your body's not settled. It's like if you have tango gas and you're trying to burp, it would kind of make you uncomfortable, and you wouldn't really fully go to sleep. You'd kind of be in like a awake sleep state just because you're not comfortable.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Interesting.
We
So I
both
may or
know
may
when we
not
were
try
younger. Well, we both know when we were younger, it was like the Fast and the Furious era.
The era.
Where everybody
yeah.
had their 15-inch woofers, and the bass was so loud that if you were in the car, you were like, "Yeah, this is cool on the outside," but in
Oh,
here, I'm
God.
suffering. Yeah,
Yes.
Remember? I'm going to put him on blast. Ralph. Remember Ralph?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Ralph had big old. I think he had two. I think there were two 15s or 16s or something like that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was like 15s, and they were like 3,000 watts of power into them. So it was like,
Yeah,
it was
dude,
a lot.
Like, you would sit back there in the back seat. It was just like it was weird. But yeah. What's up,
Well,
Ralph?
imagine
If you're
that,
watching,
imagine
does he
that, but you
watch?
can't
Does he watch
hear
the
it.
show? Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure he does. Ralph is.
Okay. So Ralph's setup, we still wouldn't hear it? Is that what you're saying? Like, barely.
If you were playing 19 hertz, you wouldn't hear it, but you would feel it. So if you enclose yourself somewhere with that kind of sound frequency, you wouldn't hear it, but you would definitely feel it. You'd feel the difference of pressure in the air.
Interesting.
Oh.
So, and here's a good one, which we can all kind of we can all relate to in this next part here, is that infrasound is not just man-made, because nature produces it too. And the one that we can relate to is earthquakes here in the valley. A lot of people, including myself, I can hear and feel an earthquake way before it hits.
Wow,
so
okay.
I could wake up at night, and now if we had one not too long ago, there was like a 5.4 here. I woke up at night and I looked around the room and I said, "Oh, there's an earthquake coming." And maybe like 10 seconds later, it hit, and I was hanging on for dear life because my bed was shaking like crazy and I felt I was going to fly off. But yeah, those kind of things, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, storms, and even tiger roars generate deep enough infrasonic waves that trigger instinctive fear response in prey and us. So
Well, I
in
mean, I know if I heard a damn
2004,
tiger, I'd be scared.
Yeah, I know. I'd be like,
right? In
ghosts
2004, scientists detected a massive burst of infrasound across the planet, long before a wave hit shore. Some animals fled to higher ground minutes before disaster struck because they felt what humans could not hear. So maybe when people claim to hear ghostly warnings before tragedy, they're actually sensing the Earth's own low frequency cry.
Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Angel warns you.
Maybe that's why he comes during certain frequencies.
Maybe so, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
I know that's why my dog
whenever I
goes
see Angel,
crazy,
it's always
right?
like, I got to turn. What's that?
My
Yeah.
dogs go crazy like before earthquakes.
Well, Frijol is a dummy, though.
Just a baby.
No, he's not. He's like 20 years old, okay?
I got him in 2016.
Well, he's 9.
Mm-hmm.
He's dumb. Anyway, well, continue, bud.
Deftones is dumb.
Huh?
I'm sorry. You're not at 19 hertz. I can't hear you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Go ahead, bud.
So here's a chilling real life case. This is true encounters with the ghost frequency. So in 2003, audiences at a concert in the UK were unknowingly exposed to infrasound during an experiment. The result was many reported sudden sadness, unease, and chills. Even though no one could hear a thing, some said they felt a presence behind them. Another eerie example comes from the Southbridge Vaults of Edinburgh, one of the most haunted places in Scotland. Paranormal investigators detected the persistent 19 hertz vibration caused by underground traffic and an old ventilation system. Tourists frequently reported pressure in their chest and blurry, shadowed-like movements. Once researchers dampened the vibrations, the ghost sightings decreased dramatically. So sound literally amplified the hauntings.
That's so crazy.
That is nuts.
Why would they do an experiment like that? Like, oh, let's have a concert.
I don't know if you guys remember that video that was rolling around on social media for a while, but there was a concert as of just recently. I forgot who. I think it was like Lana Del Rey or some shit like that. I don't remember. But there was video of a crowd from an unseen force. A portion of the crowd got pushed to the ground. Did you guys ever see that video?
No.
Yes. There,
What the hell?
It'll probably take me forever to find it, but if I could find it real quick. Yeah, it was a Lana Del Rey concert.
And did she say anything during the concert when all that happened?
I mean, don't give a fuck.
She doesn't stop or anything? Is she Illuminati?
I don't think so. It was like, I did that. See if this video does. Yeah, look, this is it. This is totally it. I found it on Reddit. Let me share it with you guys. I don't think there's any sound on it. Yeah, there is. You see that shit?
What the hell? Can you make it bigger?
Eh?
If I had a nickel.
All right, check it out.
Oh yeah, that's freaking weird.
That's crazy, right? And there's multiple videos. There's one like an aerial view, like there's someone behind them in the higher seats, and you could see the entire audience like just get thrown by an invisible force. Now, there are people saying that it has demonic ties, something with the demon that's behind it. It could be something with frequencies. Who fucking knows? But if I could find that short video of the crowd just being pushed, I would. But that's the quickest thing that I could find, and I think that's nuts, right?
It is crazy.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, that was crazy because I mean, I would try and debunk it by saying, okay, like a guardrail fell up front, but that was like a whole row all the way back up, you know?
And it was like, if you were to slow it down, they kind of went like in layer, like first, like slowly layers.
Yeah, like a domino effect, right?
Yes, like a domino effect. That's creepy. And you think that they would have, like, I don't know, the news would have done more coverage on that shit because that's weird.
I don't care. It's Illuminati. Let's not report on it. That's fine. So it's. Oh no, it's not. Let me show you this one. And miraculously, where do you guys think this took place?
Edinburgh.
Mexico.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's fucking weird. And
Dude,
nobody
how do you
people put
how do you
anything in the comments? Yeah,
Let's
like how do you
see.
explain that?
How does this even start? Her voice is just too powerful. I'm chuckling. What? A lot of these comments are stupid.
Yeah, people usually use stupid
Que
shit.
miedo. Well, that's what I wanted to share with you guys because that's crazy. Based off of what Buddy said. And I wonder if this is tied into something demonic, or maybe it has something to do with frequencies because of all the music that's going on.
Modern technology and the spirit world, which is kind of cool because we just saw that, and that's modern technology.
Yep.
So, can sound summon spirits, or does it only summon our imagination? Some researchers now use infrasound generators in paranormal experiments to test whether certain locations become haunted when low frequencies are introduced. While skeptics say these waves merely manipulate the brain, believers argue the opposite, that infrasound opens a door, a vibrational threshold that aligns human perception with something beyond our dimension. In ancient temples, certain architectural patterns resonate around 18 to 20 hertz, like the hypogeum of Halsiflieni in Malta, where chanting voices produce acoustics that mirror modern infrasound. Visitors describe feeling lifted out of their bodies, sometimes seeing lights or shadowy forms. So that's pretty interesting.
I mean, it is. When it comes to frequencies, you guys, do you believe? I mean, I'm part of a paranormal podcast. Of course, we're going to believe in it, but to what extent do you believe that frequencies invite or open portals to other dimensions or possibly the unknown? Okay.
Absolutely. And it
I
just
don't see why
because
not.
I feel like frequencies has to do with a lot, like when, like how we were talking about like Reiki, because and they're just music, how people have like out of body experiences with sound, with they just use it. Oh my God. D'Angelo, Pony. Oh.
She said it twice, guys.
Pony.
What's it? Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say
Pony.
it. Never mind.
So yeah, I do. And then just, with a lot of things that I've studied, about death and about, spirits and blah, blah, and how they go on different frequencies and how they're here, but we're just on different wavelengths and frequencies. I feel like it has to do with a lot than what we know.
Right. Okay. Buddy, do you?
Yeah, I totally agree. Everything in the world revolves around frequencies. I mean, our cells, our everything has a frequency, and if you disrupt it in some way, I mean, it shows when you hit certain sounds and you put it over water, the water starts rippling. I mean, it's not matching the frequency, so it's going to move. Yeah. So I can totally agree. Yeah, there is something that the frequencies. How can we say? Well, like they said, open a door or a portal. Or make it to where that portal or that door is a lot bigger than what it was originally. Like amplifies it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So I've never thought of that either, that it would amplify what's already there. It makes sense. It definitely does. Now I'm trying to think back, like all the crazy shit that's happened in my life when it comes to the paranormal and if frequency played a role in any of it. At least the bigger incidences that I can remember, it wasn't present for what happened to our friend that got dragged down the hall.
One thing I'd like to know is, I mean, I guess it can go for everybody, but the three of us, in a sense, are musicians.
Yeah.
We have kind of got an ear for certain tones. We know when something's off key. We know when something's too high, something's too low. I mean, singing wise or music wise, just playing your instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Could the fact that we have had an ear of ourselves trained in a way that it's opened us up to be able to experience more things like this because of our background in music?
Because of music. I never thought of that. And if really think of it, think of all the people in your life that are musically inclined and their experiences with the paranormal. Three of us are no exception. Obviously, there's levels because Jesse's clairvoyant and that's the path that she lives. But I want to believe that music plays a vital, I want to say it's a vital component to what maybe Jessie has experienced in her life. Not when she had an apple and she was naked in front of a mirror, but but other instances, I want to say so. Can you guys ever go back and think, because it's happened to me and it's unexplainable. There's times where I'm hard of hearing because of music, because throughout my life, whenever there's loudspeakers, I'm generally pretty close to them, whether it's at a show, a concert, or even at my house. And I love bass. Bass is huge for me. And I think bass plays a big part in the frequency thing. Because I could think of certain instances back in the day that I was listening to very loud music and things started to happen in that room that didn't make any sense. A good example is when I still lived in Los Angeles, through the various projects that I had, 80s Dramatics and all that shit. Shameless plug. We would go, I would like to go practice in, it was a studio, and you would go and rent it for however many, a couple hours or whatever, and it could be as loud as you want. 9 times out of 10, whenever I was there, music's loud, you're into it, you're doing what you're doing. Couple times, mic stands fell over. Now, I don't know if it's because of how loud it was in that room, but it was those mics that had a tripod stand. So it was little hard for something just to fall over like that. Shit like that happened. Or something fell. Might have been the vibrations from the music falling from a shelf, or anything of that nature. But I can recall weird things happening when music is really, really loud, predominantly when I'm by myself. I don't know if you guys ever experience something like that when you're in an enclosed room or somewhere with really, really loud music.
I was going to say that's happened. It still happens. Like if I'm cleaning and I have the music really loud and it's certain songs that comes on, I will be washing the dishes and all of a sudden I'll feel like something's behind me or something's there.
Right.
Or if I'm taking a shower and getting ready and I'm listening to music super loud, it'll freak me out. I'll get scared when I usually wouldn't. Why the
When
hell
you
are you going to
shouldn't.
get scared when you're
Yeah.
listening to? Yeah. So that
When
is
you're listening
something
to
weird.
When you're listening to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, you shouldn't be feeling scared.
When you're listening to freaking Bob Marley or Pony or something, and you're getting ready.
There's
and you're
Pony again. There's Pony again.
I just said it again. I'm gonna keep saying it until you say it. There's Pony again. So yeah, I mean that's happened to me a lot.
And it makes sense. And I felt the same way as well. What about you, buddy? Have you ever experienced anything with the same question I gave Jess?
I can't recall if I ever had that though. Not myself
And you've
that
been
way.
around
I
a
know,
lot of loud music like myself, like
yeah.
really loud music. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is the type of music, and from my times either when I was playing in different venues or I was doing security for different shows, the type of music that was playing always had a different effect on the crowd as far as like whether they were going to be aggressive or they were going to be relaxed, you know. I can't say paranormal, but I could say it did, you know, the type of music did change people's
Their
I don't even know
mood,
how to
like
say it.
how they
Yeah,
were.
there you
mood,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
How they
Yeah.
would
I
act.
mean, when you think about it, they use music for, a lot of things, rituals, therapy, um, everything. So I feel like, it's all based on like vibrations and frequency and
See how Buddy said that he didn't know if it was paranormal? But what if it is? And we don't know that it is, because yes, it could be a dopamine hit because of, that music's hitting a certain trigger and you're really into it. But what if there's a deeper influence coming from the vibration or the frequency of the music that's making you feel that way? Like, especially all those hardcore shows where they're doing all the stamping and all that shit, and they get very violent and they're just fucking wailing everywhere. And you meet the people outside of that, like that ecosystem, and they're not how they act when they're dancing this way,
right.
on the
When they're in
hardcore
the
form.
groove.
Yes, when they're in the groove. So what if it's an influence? I'm not saying it's something demonic or it's an entity, but what if it is some form of paranormal that is having some kind of influence on people when they're vibing on music? It's
I mean,
possible.
I feel like music possesses you in some way, if it's good or bad.
True. Yeah, that is true. I do feel that. You don't think that, buddy?
No, I totally do agree with that. Like, okay, like sitting in church on a Sunday and they're playing church music, you feel peaceful, you feel
it.
happy.
Yeah,
But then
you feel it. Yeah.
then that night
Or
you
people
take
start
off and you
talking
go
in
watch.
tongues, right? And like
And then
doing weird things.
and then that night
It's
you
true.
go out and you watch Whitechapel and you get all crazy and join the Wall of Death. I mean, it's like,
Yes, exactly.
excuse me.
Or you listen
Sorry.
to Deftones and
you start playing with yourself.
Yes. You start playing with yourself. I haven't made those kind of jokes. Okay. Be proud of me, Jesse. Be proud of
I'm
me.
very proud of you. You haven't said it for 2 seconds.
Oh, God. So, I mean, obviously there's a key factor in this outside of the paranormal. And of course, it's the science part as well that plays into it. And I'm sure a lot of scientists, I'm jumping the gun. Buddy's probably going to dive into the science a little bit, right? Yeah. See.
Sorry. there is some more science to it. And on this part, we're going to be talking about the science of fear. So here's
That's the name of the episode. I'm just kidding.
Here's a quick science hit. At 19 hertz, the wavelength of sound measures about 18 meters long, roughly the size of a small house. That means it can pass through walls, bodies, it'll vibrate organs and trigger primitive parts of the brain that handle survival.
Oh my gosh. That's violent.
That's why infrasound is used in crowd control devices and military applications. It induces panic, disorientation, even nausea. The same mechanism might explain why haunted houses feel haunted. Old pipes, subways, or even the wind through the vents can produce hidden frequencies that scare us senseless.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, the whole military application, I'm not surprised. Like,
Yes.
Totally not surprised by that. But that's interesting. So there's some kind of hum going on at haunted houses. I wonder if there's a particular hum that goes on at the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum. There has to be. I don't know. I'm reluctant to go, but if you guys ultimately want to go to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum and you're here, I guess I'm gonna have to go.
If
And
we go, I'm gonna
experience it.
fucking do like rituals on all of us before we go in.
Well, you better. You better. I don't want anything attaching itself to me.
Because out of all of us, it would attach itself to you.
Yes, I know that. And then I would annoy the shit out of the ghost and it would get angry and start doing violent stuff. Maybe it'll get annoyed and leave. I don't know. But
Here's something.
I've really. What's that?
Here's something I'm looking at interesting. I'm reading back over this part of this, and 19 Hertz says it can pass through walls and bodies. And then it vibrates organs and triggers parts of the brain which cause disorientation or nausea. And I just said it from the last part of this in the segment that maybe the 19 Hertz helps amplify these things. But what's funny is, as far as we know in paranormal, ghosts can pass through walls and bodies. And how often is it that they say, "Oh, I felt something pass through me, and now my stomach is growling weird," or I feel real scared,
often.
like you want to do the fight or flight, or you're
often, yeah.
Where am I? Or I'm nauseous, or whatever. Yeah, like could it be like you're saying? You know, the 19 Hertz now amplified something to give it the
power,
or the strength to be able to affect a person.
And it's possible. It's just, it wouldn't be far from the realm of possibility that that's the case. Oh man, this whole episode is just like mind-boggling. I know at the beginning it was very silly and had a lot of jokes, but as time went on, I started paying attention, which is rare. And this is now believe me, when there's something spooky happening to me, I'm going to pay attention now and see if there's like any rumbling, or because we can't hear it, as you pointed out, that you really can't hear it, but you could feel it. And I'm going to, and really think of it back during the times that you got really scared with whatever it is that was haunting you. And remember how you felt in that very moment. Every time it happens to me, I feel like my skin crawls, or like there's a slight vibration, and for whatever reason, my head and my ears, they get hot. So there could be a giant correlation with the soul frequency thing. Generally speaking, when you do get scared with instances like hauntings, or you see something, how do you feel? How do the both of you feel in that very moment?
I always get the hair on the back of my neck starts standing, the goosebumps and hair on my arm is standing. And then you've seen it. I start crying. I start tearing up a lot.
Yeah. Yep. I remember the tearing up.
And it's always something like upper body wise that kind of like, I don't know, if I'm seeing something, I start, it just starts like, it's like an overwhelming amount of emotion. And I know I say I'm not afraid, but I'm not terrified, but I am scared. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
yeah, it gives me those jeebies. Like, oh, I don't want to see it again, but I see it enough.
Oh, definitely.
I just get like chills.
I know how Jessie deals with
Yeah.
it. She doesn't have to say it. She just turns on fucking Pony and it clears it right up.
I start dancing.
So you just get the chills? Is that what you said,
Yeah,
Jess?
I just get like chills, and I just get like I feel like tension, a lot of tension, like on my neck and shoulders. Like, oh shit, something's here.
Especially when your clairvoyance meter's going crazy. Is that?
Yeah, because it's not necessarily like I see. Okay, I'll get scared. It's like I notice something's here, and then I can like kind of feel it, like assess it, I guess, in a way, and then I'll be like, okay, it's good or bad, and then that's when you know if you're afraid or not.
Interesting. Okay. Oh my god, this always happens at the end of our show. I get, it's especially that Lana Del Rey video I shared with you guys. It's every time I watch it, every time I'm drained. And same goes for this show. Whenever we get together and we're talking about these things, it does drain a little bit. Was that everything that you had, buddy?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, another thing I was thinking about was, along with this 19 hertz, is also, you ever heard of sound or sensory deprivation?
Yes.
There's also a lot of study in that they have found it brings a lot of paranormal activity or like recess,
psychic,
or brings back like psychic or recessive memories,
like
and such.
telekinesis, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Definitely.
I was like, this has a lot to do with that too, in some point.
There's a lot of spas that actually do that. The sensory deprivation tanks, where you could go do that. It's always scared the shit out of me. Reason being is me, myself, with my own thought. Just so everybody's aware, because of the paranormal stuff that I've experienced in my life, I can't have too much silence. I just can't. It's just a trigger, not a trigger. Psychologically, I just can't have silence. So there's something usually playing, whether it's music, whether it's a YouTube video or a movie, you name it. Something's on, because I wouldn't be able to do a sensory deprivation tank, because it is supposedly you go into a state of euphoria and you start seeing colors, which you do if you close out, if you're in light for a certain amount of time, and then you go right into dark, you start seeing a bunch of colors. But for anybody that is a fan of the show and you've seen a lot of the show, or you guys have known me since third grade, imagine me wanting to be with myself in a silent, dark room. No, I'm good. I am self-aware that I am fucking annoying. Okay. Why would I want to do that to myself and possibly conjure up some demonic spirit in the silence of a deprivation tank? I'll pass. Would you guys ever do a deprivation tank?
I know. Nope. No, thank you.
It's scary, right? Like, just think of that. How scary that is.
Of anxiety.
Right? There's some that are shaped like an egg, and you get in, and and it depends really how they sometimes they submerge you into it. Sometimes the water's only to a certain level, and you're kind of like laying back
like
into it.
Freaking 11 or what?
Yeah, a good example. Stranger Things is coming back in a week, and that's what they do with her in order to contact. Because originally, by the way, the story of 11 is it's based on true events. If you didn't know that, but they use a deprivation. What'd you say? What?
Nothing.
Jesse is silently throwing like incantations on our show. I'll go back and listen to what you said, or hopefully I can. Maybe
I said nerd.
Oh, that's the incantation of nerd. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am a nerd. Anyway, they use a deprivation tank to help her hone in on her powers, and that's how she comes into contact with the Demogorgon. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people have outer body experiences with deprivation tanks.
Mm-hmm.
If you're entrenched in the paranormal community, use with caution is what I would say. Be careful. But overall, buddy, I want to thank you. This was a beautiful, beautiful episode.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed this one. I always enjoy when Buddy talks. It's calming and soothing, especially after a long
You
day.
like his voice frequency.
I like his voice frequencies, not as much as Deftones, but it's up there.
God.
Wait, but I know there's a frequency that you go crazy for.
What's that?
Something in the way.
No. Oh, God.
Something in
that
the
song
way.
finally got out of my fucking head, and now you guys are singing again. My God, it's horrible.
Oh my God, that was my favorite time all year. Well, it was a great episode. We do want to tell you guys, please submit your stories to paranormaldudes.com, or you can message us on Instagram and give us your story there, just like Kylie did with her video. We appreciate it again, Kylie. And Oscar, what do you think?
Well, it was a great episode.
Any final
I'm
thoughts?
currently being scanned by aliens to be shipped off to planet Blurp Blop. But Liz said I can't go. So currently, the aliens and Liz are arguing.
Interesting. That's interesting. Thank you, Oscar.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
That's true.
He's 100% correct. Thank you for your input, Oscar. You saved the episode. Buddy, do you have anything for our audience before we go?
Are we all doing that, or just Oscar?
It's just Oscar.
Oh, okay. No, I'm actually, I'm really glad. I'm really glad that we got to do this one. This one was a topic that I heard about, and we had talked about it, I think, once before, and I got really interested with it. And just thinking of when I was in school and learning more on music and frequencies and all that, I thought this is kind of cool because I've never thought about looking it towards the paranormal side with it, and it was just cool to kind of go into it a little bit and figure a little bit about it out.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. Like, even in real time as we're filming, I was like, man, this is actually pretty cool. And like, I never really sat there and thought about the correlation with frequencies in the paranormal. I get it, but I get it. What about you, Jess? What do you have anything for our audience or final thoughts?
I think you're all dumb. I think you guys are so
What else
stupid.
is new? What else is new?
No, but I think, I feel like getting some holiday merchandise ready for our website. I'm feeling like holiday-ish, so look out
like
for that.
ugly sweaters with paranormal dudes on it. That'd be nice, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
They need to get
We're gonna
some male
design
underwear that says "Jingle My Bells."
Jingle Mob.
Oh my God! I swear to God.
Well, I have my last thoughts for you guys. We all have things going on. Buddy has his use customs. If you have anything you want customized, Buddy will figure it out for you. It's on Facebook, correct, Buddy? If I'm wrong?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. US Customs, UCE Customs.
US Customs. Yes. Buddy has other things cooking in the kitchen. Can't share with it. Just show you guys it just yet, but we will in the future. Jessie, as you all know, has her girl. We're winging it.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. It's funny. It's her new podcast with two of her friends. And it's on our home tab on our YouTube channel if you want to go check it out. It's actually available on YouTube as well as everywhere else, like Spotify and stuff. Me, I have my More Nerd channel with all the nerdy stuff. It's displayed on our home tab as well. We have a lot of things coming for this channel. We still want to do IRL content, meaning like how Nick and Mina asked us if we would ever want to go out there. Yes, we do want to go out there. We just need to figure it out because y'all need to remember we're all far from each other. Jesse lives in San Diego. I live in Vegas. And Buddy lives in Imperial Valley. Imperial. And Oscar lives in his dreams. Right, Oscar?
In Buddy's dreams.
In Buddy's dreams. Right,
yeah. I love being in dreams.
You're so right.
Especially when Buddy shows me his special cookie.
Ay, Dios
well,
mío.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you guys stay spooky and always keep your eyes open and ears for frequencies. Catch you on the next one. Later, dudes.